Happy Valentine's Day, gang, and welcome to another edition of Doc's Holiday Schlock, where it's a review of the movie Lover's Lane. Or as it probably should have been really called, Urban Legends, The Hookman Cometh, or something like that. Anyway, this one is about the man with the hook. Apparently, years ago at Lover's Lane, a couple was being, a couple had been apparently been taken care of by the hook, who they find out is a guy named Ray. And so after he does that, he gets the nickname of the Hook, where he winds up at an insane asylum for many, many years. But, of course, as you would expect, he escapes the insane asylum eventually. And it looks like he's going back to his old town to try and finish up some business. And, of course, it's supposed to take place around Valentine's Day, so yeah, I'm sure he figured that out. So the Hook goes on his little killing spree, and eventually we have pretty much some of our main characters named Mandy, Michael, Janelle, Doug, Kathy, and Tim. And they all arrive at Lover's Lane and they try to survive. But it's also a little bit of a thing of, who's really doing all of this? So, victims are happening all over the place. It's eventually down to Michael, Mandy, and Chloe, in which Chloe gets dragged away by an unseen killer. But then Chloe winds up attacking Michael with a hook, who winds up, getting away, but then Chloe's taken out by the unseen killer. Mandy's taken to a car where the killer is actually revealed to be the town psychiatrist. He admits that he is the one who really took out Mandy's mom years ago because he was in love with her and everything like that, and yeah. So then eventually Dr. Jack winds up getting taken out by Tom, Mandy, and Penny, who I guess was somebody I forgot to mention, but oh well. So it's the next day, everybody's getting checked on and checked up and everything like that, make sure everybody's okay. Mandy and Michael go into a police car where the driver is revealed to be the real hook killer, Ray. This movie stars Anna Faris and Richard Sanders. So, why did this movie suck? Well, to be perfectly honest with you, it's a movie that the only gore you're going to see is pretty much some of the after effects of the victims. And it really kind of gets irritating and headache-inducing trying to figure out who the killer is, because they're playing hot potato or red herring or whatever you want to call it with who the killer is. Now, it seems kind of obvious. You're supposed to believe it's Ray, but when you find out it's actually Dr. Jack, yeah, it doesn't make too much sense. I mean, obviously, the woman that he had a thing for is like, wow, because she seemed to be very popular, because she was with another guy in the car when the Hook attacked, so yeah. And the other bad thing about this movie is that there is no on-screen kills, which got to be a little bit irritating. I mean, I can imagine this movie probably didn't have much of a budget anyway, but still, you'd kind of expect maybe a little something to happen, and nope. You see a lot of the after effects, which I will admit, some of the after effect kill scenes look pretty impressive. But then there's also a lot of shots where there's stuff happening in the dark and you can hardly see a doggone thing. And yeah, this movie, I'm sorry, but seeing the guy who played Les Nessman on WKRP for many, many years revealed to be the real killer, I didn't buy it for a second. I mean, I'm just like, really? Les Nessman? No. No. And it is kind of weird to see somebody like Anna Faris, who we've seen in some really awesome comedies, like the Scary Movie franchise, and doing a very serious role in this movie. But well, we all got to make our start somewhere, and unfortunately, this is one of the first movies she did, and that's really unfortunate. But there you guys have it, a review of Lover's Lane. If you've seen it, please let me know in the comments below about what you think about it. And hopefully you're not going to sit and watch this one on Valentine's Day. Hopefully you can find something a little bit better. Like, I don't know, Critters 2. If you like my videos, always feel free to subscribe. And if you've got a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, or fantasy horror movie that didn't necessarily have you hooked, sorry about that, send it my way and I will get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. I hope you guys have a really awesome and great Valentine's Day. God bless you all, and until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on.